our brand new commissary. We're going to be playing a little game today. I have a couple diets that I'm going to make for you guys, and I want you guys to see if you can decide what animals eat these diets. So we're going to start today with this diet right here. This is what the finished product looks like. And it's a pretty simple diet, which is why we're going to start with it for today. First things first, we're going to put on some gloves because this job can get a little messy. So here at the zoo, we have to make diets fresh for all of our animals every single day. And this is just one of about 600 different diets that we make. So this one, I'm going to start with a high-protein canine food. And I'm just going to fill this tiny little bowl up with that. And we have some citrus here. This is a grapefruit. Smells delicious. And we're going to just place these all over the top of this. This one, presentation is important for these guys. So I want you guys to try and think about what animal you might think eats something that looks like this. Based on the size of it, you might want to think about that. This is actually for several animals, not just one at a time. Let me know what you guys think, and we'll find out what animal eats it shortly. Alrighty guys, we're back with our completed diet, and we have the receivers of this diet here for you guys today. And this one is a little creepy and a little crawly. Madagascar hissing cockroaches. And we're gonna see if they're hungry this morning. So, even though they are creepy and crawly, insects are a lot like you and I, and they deserve a little more respect than they get, I think. Especially these Madagascar hissing cockroaches. Because these guys are decomposers. So in the wild, they eat things like fallen vegetation off the forest floor, and they actually return nutrients back to the soil. Under human care, though, we give them this high-protein dog food and lots of fruits and veggies. You see they have oranges today. Come on, buddy. Let me show you where the food is. There you go. Let's kind of break down the name Madagascar hissing cockroach. You can probably guess that they are from Madagascar. Madagascar is one of the coolest places in the world, if you ask me, because they have some of the best biodiversity in the world. These cockroaches live on that island, along with things like lemurs, fossa, emerald green pill millipedes, tenrecs, and tons of different chameleons. I mean, these guys are basically, they might look like bottom of the food chain, but they are just as important as those other animals are to that food chain. The reason that these little guys are so important is that they are kind of the start of that food web. Things like cocoa beans, vanilla beans, coffee, medicine, and even the air we breathe comes from those rainforests that they live in. And these little guys are what keep that whole process going. So let's go to the hissing part of their name. So they can in fact hiss, and it's actually a pretty cool little thing that they do where they move air through holes in their abdomen. They use it for things like communication, especially during breeding season. These guys are nocturnal, and they are communal. They live in family groups, usually with one dominant male. And although they don't have wings and cannot fly, they are great climbers. Madagascar hissing cockroaches are the largest species of cockroach and can grow up to 3 inches long. And they live about 2 to 3 years. You can see they have this hard external shell. We call that an exoskeleton. Like other insects, they have 6 legs and 3 body parts, which is the head, thorax, and abdomen. The males have these little protrusions you might be able to see. They're called horns. They're like bumps on the top of their head, and they use those for combat. The females do tend to be a little bit larger than the males. Well, we're gonna return these little guys back to their colony and the rest of their friends. But I hope you guys learned just a little bit about these guys and don't feel so creeped out by them.